Okay, good morning, Alan, if you can hear me. Today's mission is, or rather flight, it's not so much a mission, this isn't a combat thing or anything like that. Today's journey is going to take us on a short flight, and we're going to be flying within the United Arab Emirates. It's a very short internal flight. Okay, and we're going to be over land for the entire duration of the flight. And we're going to be flying our Airbus, and we're going to be flying at dawn. So now that that's all set up, we can proceed towards the airliner, which should be parked at a departure gate. Okay, and that will be at Abu Dhabi. Funny, I've actually done this flight in real life. I've done it the other way round though. I came from Dubai to London. I can't remember if it was Gatwick or Heathrow, but we called in on Abu Dhabi. It was our one and only stop. Purpose of today's flight isn't really to show you anything to do with flying the plane, really. You should by now have enough practice in understanding of what's required of you to get the thing up and down. Today's mission is twofold. Right. Number one, okay, flaps full. Number one is to show you the taxi system, how taxiing actually works. Right. Just going to get pushed back now. The second objective is to show you how the radios actually work. Panel lights on. Quite obviously, if you can get the radio working, then this is going to greatly add to your experience. You're really going to love this. So hopefully I'll get it right today. Now I don't know if you noticed previously on your takeoffs and landings, you've noticed along the taxiways and along the runway itself some yellow boards. Now what those yellow boards actually are showing you the numbers of the particular taxiways, exits, and so on. You can see a couple of them in the distance beyond me. So I'm going to stop the pushback. Apply the parking brakes. Now there's a board over there, Lauren, you see that? This one's Alpha. Okay, possibly is Bravo, I don't know. From past that. Okay, so first thing you need to see, following the mouse, this fourth pipper in here. Display hide ATC window. ATC is air traffic control, so it's a little depiction of a headset. Press that button. I'm going to tune in to Abu Dhabi, so I'm just going to press number 1. I'm going to use the keyboard here, 1, 2, options. Just going to bring our range up to 40 miles. When I press my selection, which in this case will be number 1, you'll actually see my selection flash, so that should be able to cut down some of the narration. Now option 3, request taxi, depart straight out.
Abu Dhabi ground, Airbus Foxtrot Mike Sierra Alpha Bravo with Whiskey, request taxi for takeoff, departing straight out. Airbus Foxtrot Mike Sierra Alpha Bravo, taxi to and hold short of runway 31 via taxiway Bravo, Yankee X-ray, contact tower on 121.75 when ready.
Okay. So we'll acknowledge clearance.
Taxi to and hold short runway 31 via taxiway Bravo, Yankee X-ray, Airbus Sierra Alpha Bravo.
Now. Okay. Now they want us to contact the tower on this frequency, 121.75 when ready. And see, that's option 1. Which I'll do shortly, but I'll turn this little thing on here, which is turn on progressive taxi. Now that's relating to this here. This is our VIN plate, which is this piece down here, so I'll show you again. It's a taxi and hold short of runway 31 via taxiway Bravo Yankee X-ray. Those are those boards we were talking about. That's what we got to follow from where we are now to get to the launch position. Okay. It's also highlighted again down here, Bravo Yankee X-ray. So we're going to turn on this progressive taxi. This is an aid to help us follow that. In the real world, this does not exist. We're going to use it. Okay? Just to show you, just to illustrate to you what it is and what we're doing. We need to follow these out to the runway. And like we said, we're now ready to contact the tower on this frequency. Okay? No more options for a moment. We can outside the plane and show you what I mean. As you can see, there's a yellow marker appeared. If we follow that yellow marker, we're going to be just fine. It's best once you to use this system for a couple of dozen flights while you're using ATC. But once you get familiar with the airports where things are, then try and go without it. Follow the boards. Right? I'll try and stop the plane, pause the program, and show you the boards if we can actually sight them out. So just a recap then. Bravo Yankee X-ray. This also works in reverse, Alan. Once we've landed the plane, we're going to use this progressive taxi to come off of the runway and find the gate that they wish us to stop at. Now normally I would be following this yellow line down the middle, but I'm going to stay slightly left of it because I want to show you these yellow boards. That's going to make for a slightly awkward turn when we turn to the left in the distance where you can see up here. Right? Try and keep the speed below 20 knots. Bravo Yankee X-ray. Now I think, and this is only a think, that we're already in the lane designated Bravo. But we need to get ourselves in the lane designated Yankee next. We're assuming this yellow line is not here. Well, not many options here. We've got to follow it out down this. Now there's a board here coming up. I'm just pausing that. And as you can see, is Yankee. The black region is the lane that we're currently in, Yankee. Charlie, as you can see, there's an arrow to the right, is this runoff here. That's Yankee Charlie off to the right. We're looking for Yankee and then X-ray. And you can see there's a succession of boards coming up. Just going to keep the speed down. Yankee Foxtrot is off to the right, and as you can see we're going up the alphabet. Yankee Golf, all the ones to the right are coming up the alphabet. But now I'm going to pause it there We're still in Yankee board here, the black one. That's the lane we're currently in. Hotel is going off to that way. X-ray, that's where we want to go, is now that track there. So you can see now how this is actually working. So even without this progressive taxi, you can work this out. I really do hope you like this exercise today, Alan, because we're still in X-ray. I'm just going to pause that there. As you can see, X-ray is this runoff here, which we don't want to do. We just want to remain in pattern X-ray until we get to the end of it. As you can see now, there's the end of the runway. We're going to be turning left onto that runway. Before we turn left onto the runway, we'll just stop the airplane here. That's wheel brakes in, thrusters down, parking brake on. We're going to check that the runway is actually safe. And I don't see any traffic, so release the wheel brakes and taxi onto the runway. This seems very, very complicated, you know. But believe you me, it's not. You find the bigger airports can be very, very confusing because, you know, they might have 50 or 60 gates. And, you know, you might have to taxi for 2 or 3 miles in some instances, but usually ATC will try and bring you in on a runway which is not too far away from the gate, you know, your arrival gate. You know, time is money in this game, and they need to get you down, unloaded, refueled, repackaged, and up as quickly as they can. This not only adds extra, you know, realism to what you're doing and your experience, you know, extra enjoyment, and particularly to your experience, but it also adds an added distraction. This radio business, personally, I love it. So we're all stopped again. Position and hold. We are wheel brakes, parking brake on. So we're still not clear to go. So back onto the ATC. To take off.
Abu Dhabi Tower, Airbus Foxtrot, Mike Sierra Alpha Bravo, ready for departing straight out at runway 31. Airbus Foxtrot, Mike Sierra Alpha Bravo, cleared for takeoff, runway 31, straight out departure approved.
Okay. Before I acknowledge the takeoff clearance, just take a look at this. Foxtrot, Mike Sierra Alpha Bravo. Keep that in mind. Also, once I finish with this box, we'll hear occasional.
Alpha Bravo, did you copy?
Okay, whatever. We will get a lot of cross radio traffic. Okay, a lot of cross chat. That box will come on automatically if at any point ATC need to contact us. Okay, I got about 50-60% throttle just to get it rolling. Once we hit 20, I'm going full power. But I'm not going to talk you through the takeoff. Like I say, that box will automatically pop up if ATC need to contact us, but I'm primarily trying to just focus on flying the jet, alright?
northwest of Abu Dhabi 900. Request clearance to transition Charlie airspace. Airbus Foxtrot Mike Sierra Alpha Bravo, Abu Dhabi departure squawk 77060. Squawk 7706, Airbus Sierra Alpha Bravo. Airbus Sierra Alpha Bravo, radar contact range miles northwest of Abu Dhabi 1700, cleared through the Charlie airspace. Cleared through the Charlie airspace, Airbus Sierra Alpha Bravo.
Okay, on. Takeoff procedures are complete, gear is up, flaps are retract, and I've handled the radio calls. If you need to rewind it, I mean, the choice is usually pretty obvious, but when you get to this situation here where you've got to create the nearest landing port, it's only those two. Click out. Like I say, you'll hear a lot of cross chat. That box will emerge if a particular transmission is directed towards us. Back to what I was saying about that number they're using to contact us on. Here it is. Foxtrot Mike Sierra Alpha Bravo. That basically is our VIN plate. We'll quickly go outside the plane while we're in the turn. I know it's difficult to see without zooming in, but it's here, look. It's actually stamped on the side or painted on the side of the plane as well. So that is our identification. Bringing the throttle back now to somewhere in the region of 50%. You haven't got to be accurate bang on. But with that region here, as soon as the plane is on course and stabilised, I'm going to let everybody, albeit very short, just to get out and have a smoke of face so I will use the toilet. And that's our flight plan, and we're coming in from a southerly direction, and then we're turning more or less northerly, and then more or less northwesterly, and the open ocean's out here. So it's an overland flight. If you come in over the ocean, this sort of, you're going to get close to a very, very tall building, trust me. You don't really want to do that. I'm hoping for a nice, comfortable flight for everybody. There's probably not even really any time for them to get any chow on this particular flight. We're looking in the region of about 20-25 minute flight. It's roughly equivalent for Exeter to Bristol, Like I say, we might pick up some cross chat. I'm going to primarily focus on the disciplines, the basic disciplines, and that is what you must always focus on when you're flying this baby. The primary thing is to be able to fly it safely. It's just no different to your bus. The primary thing is whatever you do it safely.
Airbus Sierra Alpha Bravo. Contact Emirates Center on 124.85.
Okay, knowledge handoff. It's pretty straightforward.
124.85. Airbus Sierra Alpha Bravo. Emirates Center, Airbus Foxtrot Mike Sierra Alpha Bravo. With you. Airbus Foxtrot Mike Sierra Alpha Bravo. Emirates Center, Roger. Altimeter 2992.
Okay. Now you said altimeter 2992. Right, what we're talking about here realistically is this device. It's not actually my altitude. Just fixing here. Just don't be confused by all the jargon that goes on. Right? We're inside 40 miles now. It's slightly further because we're on this little dog's leg. But this will very, very quickly be done. So time we get to here, and everybody buckled up, I'm probably at flap 3. I'm taking no risks, you know, because I am actually recording this, and my intentions are to make you a CD minimum, possibly even put this over the internet. So, just want to get this right. Follow my flat positions, alright? I'm not going to call. The only time I'll call a flat position is when we go to gear down at flat 4. So you follow here. This will be flat 1, 2, 3. We're going to go through this transition over the next few minutes. Just follow it. Seriously get out of Dubai. I'm not throwing this thing together, right? So nearest airport list, we can't do that with an airline. So we're going to go Dubai International. That's where we're heading, Dubai International. So it's number 3. And we're going to tune in on Dubai Tower. And we're going to request full stop landing.
Dubai Tower, Airbus Foxtrot, Mike Sierra Alpha Bravo is 28 miles south with Oscar to land. Airbus Foxtrot, Mike Sierra Alpha Bravo, Dubai Tower, make left base, runway 30 left, altimeter 29902.
Okay, acknowledge pattern entry instructions.
Make left base, runway 30 left, Airbus Sierra Alpha Bravo.
Okay, so all that's done. It says make left base, and obviously that's here, and that will be another left base we'll have to make, and then coming in on 30 left. That's obviously 300 degrees. We're currently steering around about 061. Right. Cancel landing intentions, so obviously you don't do that, so we know that we do have an landing permission. That box will flip open again if they need to contact us. Like I said, I'm concentrating now firstly, primarily on flying the plane. We just want that to drop another 10 knots. So just bringing the throttle back slightly.
Airway 2
let's hope that Airway 45 has a very safe journey on. Okay, going gear now. Only flat foot. Visual confirmation. I've done this very prematurely. Very prematurely. Normally I wouldn't do this until I'm on the final approach. But I really just need to show you in plenty of time what's going on here. As you get, more skilled at doing this, you would actually have done that on probably this part of the journey. Just this part of the journey. We're doing it prematurely, just to make sure you see and understand clearly what's happening. Reference radio controls right. Airspeed's coming down very rapidly now. This is the altitude, so we'll increase the throttle, follow the N1 now. Just pitching it back. I really hope you enjoy this, Alan. I have had a few days away. I've had a nice time actually. I had Mum and Dad up yesterday for a Sunday roast too. They really enjoyed themselves, I think. Food, it cleared the plates, so they did enjoy it. A great cracking missus, she done all the roaster, everything. All I had to do was go out and buy a bottle of mint sauce. How good's that? Okay, I've just grabbed a can of cola out of the fridge. I just can't be bothered at the moment, at this stage, to go over and boil a cup of tea. Bought some of those cheap colas out of Tesco. 58,000 tins for 28p. Guaranteed to rot my teeth, I'm sure. Like I say, it's a little bit early for our current configuration, but at least he's ready. We're holding a lovely altitude, just over 3,000 feet, and our current airspeed is about 190 knots. This is typically how I would like you to fly the plane, with or without radio, because if you set things up early, until you learn how to fly it, like second nature, then you need to do things early. Like
Flight tower, orbit 90557,
leave things to the last second.
Takeoff, IFR, Iran. Orbit 90557, cleared for takeoff, runway 30 left.
I hope that orbit flight has a very, very safe
Cleared for takeoff, runway 30 left, orbit 90557.
Okay, we're at left base, making the turn. Once we roll out of this turn, in fact I'm going to do it now, this is a slow turn. Double check this. That was the airwave and that was the orbit. So we're on the correct frequency. It was my only other frequency there. Oh no, that's airwave. As far as I know, we're clear to land. say that box will pop up if they need to get over us. We might be able to see the airport from here. It's over in this direction, and just beyond before you get to the coast, you've got SF City. It's all new. We always have the old part of the city. Fantastic place to visit.
557, contact flight departure on 124.45. Going to 124.45, orbit 9er 557.
I don't know if you're following my N1 there, but I just dropped the power slightly. I was just a bit concerned about my altitude and airspeed. They were both creeping up a little. Altitude still coming up, but the airspeed is now coming back down, which is normal. Okay, now we think we're turning on fine, so let's go. We're heading 430 left. Dubai is actually both an ancient city, but also a very new and modern city. It's definitely. I mean, if you can put the money together, it's worth the visit. It's definitely worth a visit. I'll tell you that much for nothing. Okay, here we are. I'm just going to pause it momentarily. I probably don't need to actually. But just beyond those runways, and we're on a straight line, beyond those runways there, that's where the city actually is. A lot of big works have gone on there since I was last there. They've really done a fantastic job of building the place up. My favourite approach is actually from the opposite direction to where we're coming in now. But it's a risky approach because you're coming in very low in the city. The view is stunning. Just focusing at the moment. Get a nice turkey there.
Airbus Sierra Alpha Bravo cleared to land, runway 30 left. Cleared to land, runway 30
That's the problem
left.
with these pop-ups.
Airbus Sierra Alpha Bravo.
You're trying to land, you get let go of everything momentarily. That's why your approach needs to be perfect, because it's easy to lose this thing. That's why I set it up nice and early for you so that you can see. Okay, I'm going to slam the throttle right back. We'll hear an alarm and then I'll push it forward. Well, the alarm hasn't sounded. Keeping an eye on that altimeter coming in. Bring the throttle forward. I don't want to lose too much speed. We're dropping about 200.
Sync rate.
Throttle up. Just letting that lock in. 500 feet. About the city or dead ahead, there's a lot of tall buildings, so that the approach you've got to swoop in over those tall buildings from the other direction. You've got to literally drop her. Okay, the spoilers are actually deployed, Aaron. I've done done that pretty much on touchdown, alright. Not my best ever landing, it doesn't really matter. You see that marker there? Let's stop the aircraft for a moment. Or at least get her down to about 20 knots.
Airbus Sierra Alpha Bravo, turn next taxiway.
Turn next taxiway. Now you see that? And pause that for a moment. Now there are no other options here other than this one. So I'm going to tune to that frequency. No, back to Dubai Tower. Okay, I've retracted the flaps and the spoilers, alright? So we're coming off on K4. Normally they would give us instructions as to where we got to taxi to. We'll sort all that in a minute.
Airbus Sierra Alpha Bravo, turn next taxiway.
They're going to be on our backs until we clear the runway.
Airbus Sierra Alpha Bravo, contact ground on 118.35.
118.35.
118.35 for Airbus Sierra Alpha Bravo.
Okay. Request taxi to gate.
Dubai ground, Airbus Foxtrot Mike Sierra Alpha Bravo, taxi to the gate. Airbus Foxtrot Mike Sierra Alpha Bravo, taxi to gate, Foxtrot 4, using taxiway QF 4, UF Whiskey 2. Airbus Sierra Alpha Bravo, hold position, caution other traffic.
Okay, we've been...
Airbus Sierra Alpha Bravo, continue taxiing.
So they told us to hold because that other airplane there, that orbit flight. I think it's an orbit flight. So we are now able to go. I'm just going to pause this, Alan. Now, if you're looking here, these are using the taxiway K4, K, W, Z. Okay. So we're going to acknowledge clearance.
Taxiing to gate Foxtrot.
And now we're going to turn on progressive taxi.
Kilo Whiskey Zulu.
Now, as you see,
Airbus Sierra Alpha Bravo.
we got that right, didn't we? But if you can work it out, K4, K, W, Z. I think it pays to have a biro handy for this part of the exercise, alright? You know, if you're not going with the progressive. But the progressive is definitely a step in the right direction when you're actually trying to learn what to do. I'm really pleased that we've gone over the exercise, you know, from the beginning. It didn't actually involve teaching you how to fly the plane or anything like that. But these taxiways are important to understand, as is the radio calls. And if you want to have a recap about Dubai, I had to get hold of them. And ordinarily, you would be looking out for the boards. You would have made a list of, you know, what you've got to land on. Steer by, then you would be looking out for these boards on the side here. Thankfully, you know, we've got this line to follow for a moment. When we get to that board, I'm going to just pause there. Say, this is quite a big airport. And the bigger they are, the more complex they are. Just pause that there. Come back into ATC. And you can see K4, K. I think we came off at K4. So I'm guessing this is K. And then it's WZ. Or Z. Just K, So we're up there and that way for K. You see that? It's pointing the way. And then it's WZ. Just pausing that, Alan. See, we're now in track K. And W is our next one. You see how it's working? And hey ho, Z. Lisa done a splendid job yesterday, Alan, honestly. She's just a wonderful woman. Made the most fantastic roast. It was roasted leg of lamb. And I've still got like 200 tons of it to eat. But it's lovely, you know. Done a really good job, made my mum and dad very, very happy. Last time my mum and dad came round was a couple of months ago now, but again, Lee's done everything. We had roasted camel on that occasion. But yeah, it was nice to do. I can see our jetway over there to the left, just coming out of shot now. Drive it till we run out of those things, Alan. That's probably about right. Parking brakes. Now, let's take a looky here. First thing I'm going to do is open the door. So, exit open. Request a fuel tank. No one can fall out because they're still strapped in. So I'm going to request the jetway. You see our VIN plate, there it is, you know, again. Once that jetway is secure, I'll unbuckle everybody. Okay, we have soft dock. I've unbuckled everybody. But I've left the no smoking sign on. It's still not permitted to smoke, so they should be now getting out of the airplane. If you look, we're at idle. So we'll shut engine 2 down now. Engine 2 shutting down. Okay, we'll go panel lights off. And we go engine 1 shutdown. And that's it. Welcome to Dubai in the United Arab Emirates. I'd say drink carefully, drink sensibly, or in an ordinary situation, but I think you're best not drinking at all whilst we are here, alright? You might lose something. So, or end up spending 227 years in jail. But I may be wrong. But just enjoy the flight. Enjoy your stay. Thanks very much, Alan. I hope you've really enjoyed this, alright? Don't take it too seriously, but just, just honestly, this will add to your experience. You will really enjoy this, alright? So have a good day on behalf of Lisa and I. We've enjoyed flying you today. Thank you very much.